Got to do this one. This song just blew me away. It's these songs that came out in the late '60s, like "Pictures of Magic Man" and "Journey to the Center of the Mind," "Incense and Peppermint," "Sitting with the Guru." That were mind-blowing records, mind-expanding records, and I mean that in a good way. Uh, "Sunshine Superman" by Donovan, another example. And here we go. Fall of '67, going into early 1968, "The Balloon Farm." A campy psychedelic record. This is probably more of a cult classic than anything else. Balloon Farm is a question of temperature. Balloon Farm from New Jersey, they took their name from a nightclub called the Balloon Farm, which existed in New York City. That must have been a happening place to go. Not a place for squares. Maybe for swells, but not for squares. They evolved from a band called Adam, and they underwent some personnel changes. Question of Temperature was released in the fall of '67, peaked in early '68, late '67, early '68, just as the Vietnam War was hitting its climax with the Tet Offensive during that era. The runner-up to this song, Hurry Up Sundown, bombed. Laurie Records, their label, lost interest in the Balloon Farm. After Hurry Up Sundown sank without a trace, they dropped the Balloon Farm from the label. Laurie Records did. Before the Balloon Farm even had a chance to put together an album. They did reemerge soon after. They called themselves Huck Finn, and they had a song off the Cap record label, but it didn't do anything, and they broke up. Gotta read you a few lyrics from this song. It's just it used to be so inspiring to listen to this. There's a sudden rise in the mercury. There's a thumping in my heart. It just had to be. Heat wave, hurricane whirling in my head. Cool disposition, just hanging by a thread. I love that line. That is brilliant. The passion, the the sexual feelings are rising up, and it's channeled in such a campy, psychedelic. Is it a question of love? Ha. Is it a state of mind? No, no, no. It's a question of temperature. Going up to 200 degrees. I tell it like it is, girl. You got to keep your distance. Because the doctor says I've got a very low resistance. Non-stop elevator pushing to the top. No second chance for a temperature drop. Ooh, girl, you got to keep your distance now. This nuclear bomb's about to go off. I used to love songs like that. It was just brilliant. All right. Well, did I give you the chart position on this record? I already did. It was number 51. Went to number 37. It might have been 39 on Billboard's Hot 100. The week of April the 18th. No, I take that back. April 13th, 1968. It was down to number 51 on Billboard's Hot 100 for 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. Somewhat respectable. Balloon Farm. You won't hear this on the oldie stations. It's a shame. I wouldn't put it in hot rotation, like, say, When a Man Loves a Woman or MacArthur Park, but still, every now and then, just to throw a surprise in. Throw in a surprise. Well, here it is, Balloon Farm. It's a question of temperature, brought to you by Mr. DJ for my 1960s YouTube channel.